Hi guys, I'm Evelyn and today I have a Sephora haul. I picked up a few items off of my wish list. The cream bronzer from Chanel. I've been wanting this for years, literally. And the Opal Fire from HAUS Labs. Also the super popular REFY brush. I've been hearing a lot of good things about this for ages now. There's also a few other items and some good samples in there actually. So if you were looking for some Sephora recommendations, I know that the VIB sales are going around. So I think that's if you're abroad, like the US though. But still, hopefully you enjoy seeing how these products apply. I have oily combination skin, leaning more towards oily, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how it wears on my oily skin type. And today's perfume of the video is Charlotte Tilbury's More Sex. So this is the packaging. It's kind of like that dark, mysterious, auburny type of colour scheme. So let's give this a quick spritz and I'll let you know what I think of it. Okay, so it's quite woody. It reminds me of something else straight away. It's kind of more masculine leaning, I would say. Definitely woody, oody, moody kind of scent profile. And I would actually say something animalic about it, which I'm not sure that I love. I'm not sure that it's like interpreting quite well on my skin chemistry. I don't know, you know, like sometimes like these kind of masculine or unisex leaning fragrances, they can kind of have like a hint of like skin BO vibes, and I guess I do that to convey like a sexy skin like scent. I do like the little description that is here though. Alright, so I'm just gonna have a bit of the iced coffee, and then okay, I'm gonna first start off with the Mehron skin prep. This is really good for oily skin. I really do swear by it, like ever since I discovered it. I use it like daily on my eyebrow area because I don't know if it's too intense to like daily wear all over my skin, but for this video I'm gonna go all over my face with it because I wanted the Chanel cream bronzer. It's like an everyday bronzer, like for example to wear to the gym and have it not look like overdone. So let's see how it goes. I actually laminated my brows, I think the day before yesterday. I did record it, so check out my like reels and social media for that. It does kind of look crazy, but I kind of do like it at the same time. It feels so crispy though, like I didn't realise this is how it would feel. Alright, so the exciting part, so I'm going to take out the REFY brush. Oh yeah, I just wanted to show you the samples that they gave were actually quite good. I expected the Glow Recipe samples to just be like a sachet, but they actually, you know, sent a little tub, so that was nice of Sephora. I haven't tried any Glow Recipe stuff, but I really do love the packaging. Is this like a serum or what is it? AHA night treatment. It doesn't really smell of watermelon. I think it is watermelon. No, I'm not smelling watermelon, but still it's like a cute little, a good sized tub. And then I got, I think this is the second flanker of L'Entrée, or I don't know how you pronounce it, but Givenchy L'Entrée Absolute. So back to the main thing is the bronzer. I think I've wanted this since I was like a teenager, but I just never got around to buying it. I think it's about £48 in the UK. It is on offer quite often though, for about £42.38. But it was my birthday in February, so I just added it to my basket. The shade that I went with is Universal, which was quite a risk. Like a lot of people have said that it's quite, it's too pale, it's too light, even for people paler than me. But I just love bronzers that are more towards more of a creamy yellow toned neutral bronzer where you kind of can't detect it's a bronzer that you're wearing, especially for like natural no makeup days. But I know that a lot of people advise to get the deep shade, and there's also the medium one, but the medium one I just found it a bit too orange and like typical bronzer shade, but I just wanted something a bit more subtle. But the thing is that it's kind of crazy of me because usually like I'll get, even for example the Physicians Formula bronzer in the shade Bronzer, the first one that came out I think, and I really like the neutralness of it. Like that's how I like my bronzers to look. But sometimes I think I'm darker than I am, and then sometimes I think I'm paler than I am, and then it's like now what I do is I will have to go in with a deeper bronzer and then do this as a top up, and then that gives me that neutral kind of yellow toned bronzer look that I like. I've got it all like fingerprinted already. I hate that. So this is the packaging. It has a shade right here, 390 Soleil Tan Bronze. I think it used to be called Universal. The top is nice and weighted, I like it. It's like a heavy plastic on the top. And that's the base of the tub. Now let's get to opening it. Ooh. Oh, that whipped look that everyone shows. And then there's a little plastic protector, the Chanel monogram, and then that is what 390 looks like a caramel chocolate Nutella. And that whip pattern just makes me not want to touch it, obviously, but that's what we're here to do, so yeah. So I'm gonna give it a scent test. Okay. I normally love fragrances, but there's something about, maybe when I start to put it on and dip the brush in, it won't smell as like, the first thought I got was a dusty old kind of rosy scent. And I normally love cosmetic scents. I like them to smell like lipstick, powdery, that kind of vibe. I just lost my lip bow, so I have to go back and like glue it back on. But if this works that good, I wouldn't mind trying also the medium one or the deep one. But I think the deep one is the most universal for like from the palest to like more deeper skin tones, so that's good to know. And I think this is actually a heavy, thick plastic, not glass. And yeah, I'm so surprised I don't love the scent like right off the bat, because usually I love cosmetic scented products, and like even the Huda Beauty foundation, like I actually like the smell of that. But again, let me just put it on my face and then see. So yeah, this will definitely be like a nice little view on my like vanity table. Okay, and then the second product is REFY. I don't know what it is, but I can't say this word, like I want to say refried beans or something, but the REFY duo brush, like my little sister has been saying like it's so good, you need to get it. I wanted to keep my skin bare, so I actually do want to wear the bronzer without a base underneath, hopefully. I don't know if that's wishful thinking for my kind of skin, which gets so oily whether I powder or not. But just to see, I left my skin bare and didn't put on a foundation or any powder. I'm just fussy about packaging, but like I don't love that Chanel box. It's like, it's cream and it's like kind of a more outdated, it almost makes it look a little bit dirty, but then obviously when this comes out, this is stunning, like the packaging. But I don't know if I love the cream with the black. I really like a different tone of cream. And REFY's packaging is also like an off-white, which I think, you know, it suits their brand. It's very fluffy. Okay, it's much softer than I thought it would be. Like it's not as compact. Oh, that's nice. It's nice and securely packaged. And then that's the more dense side. I would use it for blush and stuff like that. Okay, scent test for everything. I think like my strongest sense is my sense of smell. And I get told that all the time. Okay, nice and clean smelling. I like it. I like the packaging. I like the colour scheme that they're going for. Almost like a khaki cream. Okay, so first we're going to do the base with the REFY duo brush and Chanel cream bronzer. Right, so which end do I dip in first? I'm going to go with this side actually. First dip, let's do this. Okay, I need to press way harder. Okay, so let's go in. Ruined the little swirly thing already. Ooh, I think I've picked up quite enough actually. So yeah, I've picked up this much. How do I normally do my... Okay, I start from here. Right. Ooh. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna regret picking this shade, so I'm really happy now. Yes, I think I like it. I like the tone. I was so scared that it wasn't gonna show up on my you know, complexion. They did say that you can build it up, so yeah. And something that I have an issue with is like large pores, so usually like, I don't know what it is, like I have tried dupes, like I've tried the first dupe I ever tried was the W7 one, and then my little sister did get me the Primark bronze whip, and this is actually quite nice. I do like it, just like I have to apply it like really carefully, like it depends what base I'm wearing. Yeah, so this one is W7 Makeup and Glow bronzing base, and then Primark one. So I feel like when you're looking at, this is really old though to be honest, but when you're looking at them together, the Primark one looks way more emollient, and I think that's what it is. It's a bit too oily for like my skin, But if you have like normal combo to dry, then the Primark one is actually really decent. Even the shade, like once it's on, it doesn't look too like orangey. It looks good. So yeah, if you are wanting to get a dupe, this is like the shade difference between them. And they're all quite similar, I would say. This one has way more like glitter specks. On the skin, it doesn't appear that like glittery and stuff, but because I've had it so long, I did try it on like a while back, and then it gave me a rush, but I just keep it because I don't know, it's so full, and I don't know, I just have a hard time throwing out my makeup products. The good thing about the Primark one is only $4.50, but like obviously performance, I don't think it's going to compare to this one, but first I do have to do a wear test and, you know, confirm. But I am so happy right now because it's showing up. I was scared that it wasn't even going to show up at all. I did actually notice with the W7 it was kind of hard, especially in the summer if I'm like a bit more tanned. It would be hard to, like, I would have to really layer it on, and then obviously that would look cakey. I've never done, what's it called, dermaplaning, where you know, you shave the hairs off your face, but I've noticed like it makes such a difference to the people that do. Their makeup just goes on so like smooth. I don't really have a hairy face, but it can look fuzzy, so I have been wanting to see how the Chanel one deals with that. Okay, so look at the difference. So like without all pale, and then, you know, I think this end may be a bit too like, I don't know, I need to like maybe squeeze it and then to have it more precise, because I end up putting on too much, you know, going too low, and then it's just like I'm applying it like foundation. Just trying to get rid of like any that I've applied down there. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the more compact side. Okay, gonna now go here. Whoa, alright. I do like how the bigger size blends things out, but normally I like my bronzer brushes to be more compact, you know, like a medium size, but not like fluff out. So I don't know, maybe I just need to practice with using it for bronzer. Okay, so you're kind of seeing the glow, right? Like you're seeing that there is bronzer there. Yeah, I don't know what it is, whether I do need to try dermaplaning or whatever, but I feel like when I go over the like a cream bronzer, when I'm going over it now, like even with the others, it just lifts because I'm, you know, overdoing it, I think. And I overdo it because I want to really have it blended in. Either my larger pores or the peach fuzz that makes me want to keep blending. I'm not as satisfied with it. So it has like a dusty rose, I'd say. I think like the dusty background is what I don't like as much in the scent. I mean, maybe now I should try to dab. That might work for my texture. I probably have overdone it and gone, you know, I think I need to be like really precise. Like with some people's face shape, they don't have to be as precise, but I think with mine I do need to be precise. So let me just see if I can fade like, you know, certain areas away. But I do love that you can definitely detect it, like, you know, just even from the front, like that and this is a big difference. So I'm glad that I took the risk and got the lightest shade, because I just love the subtle look. I like a lot on my what's it called, hairline, just to minimize, I don't know, the size of my forehead. Let me just have a closer look to see if it is accentuating my peach fuzz. Over here I need to blend more, I think. I guess that's why I find it easier to use powder bronzer. I do love the dense side a lot though. It's very like easy and precise compared to the bigger one, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot more uses for this. Maybe even like when I'm wanting like a soft blown out blush look. I really feel like cream bronzer you do need a bit of technique, but powder bronzer is just so easy to apply. You could just do it without a mirror and it will be, you know, fine. But I don't know if that's just like because of my skin texture or in general. Alright, so this is the difference so far with no other makeup on. Actually forgot to do the, what is this? The jawline. Dip in a bit more. I like that it's not actually as oily as it kind of could seem from looking at it in the tub. But the real test will definitely be wearing it like out or wearing it for a couple of hours and then seeing how it performs. I love to do my ears like plenty because it just ties it in, doesn't it? And I like to go just beneath my lip, but I don't know if this is the tool for it. Because normally I use this kind of shape tapered brush for my bronzer. Ugh, I just dug it already. Definitely ruined the little swell. I actually did see someone say that it's better not to dip into it and instead like take a little and then put it on like a makeup, one of these little trays, and then do it from there because that keeps it bacteria free for longer. So I'm gonna try and do that because I do notice like with cream products they're like prone to getting bacteria, can easily like accumulate in them. So actually I'd suggest like getting a 70% alcohol spray for your makeup bits because that could really prolong the life of them. Alright, so I'm trying it on that. Alright, so I went ahead and applied this side as well. This is what it's looking like so far. I haven't done like the sweep of bronzer across my lids yet. I didn't think it through and used like a pair of scissors and then my fingernails to dig out some of the bronzer. But then I actually remembered I have like one of these scoop tools. So I'm going to use that to put it onto the tray. Let's try and make it nice and neat. Since obviously the whip is totally gone now. Oh, nearly. It's still on the outside, isn't it? Okay, and I definitely don't think I need this much at all. I definitely do think this is a way more hygienic way to do it because I've noticed both of the others, like when I smell them now, like the cream bronzers, they do smell a bit funny. So I know it's a bit of effort, but I would definitely say do this. And it could also prevent like breakouts. And I think it helps like to kind of squash it on so you don't pick up too much at once. I'm just gonna dip into and then go over with a quick sweeping motion. So you could definitely get a lot of use out of this duo brush. You know, like when you're in a rush, just sweep it across your lids. I like putting it on my lower lash too. But I think for that it's too big, so I'm gonna use my normal eyeshadow brush. And I like to take it quite low. So I actually did have a look in the bathroom mirror and I like the tone of this shade, like I'm so glad. It gives me that kind of just, I don't know, not overdone bronzer look. I feel like because I haven't done my brows and my eyeliner, it looks a bit too bronzed, but I think once I do it, it will all that kind of mesh together and tone down. But something about this, if you do have dry patches at the moment, it kind of does accentuate it. I can kind of see it over here, which is kind of irritating, but it definitely does mattify. Okay. For my left side, I use the dense brush only, so I don't know if you can notice a difference in how it's applied. I'd say a bit more subtle on this side. I do notice though, like close up, I can see my texture, like it's there. But I like so far that it hasn't made it oily. But I'm not sure if that's like because of the primer that I put on already. But that's what I would normally do, my normal routine. So that's why, you know, I've applied that. And any little helps for me with like keeping oil at bay. So it's usually as soon as I step outside, then that's when the oils will start. Do you notice with this one, like the more I dab, it's not really like quickly removing it compared to other ones. Shows like it does have longevity. And it doesn't easily come off. Right, I'm gonna try and like kind of airbrush it out and buff it out with the big side now. Okay, I feel like when I use this side, it kind of does do the lifting thing that I hate. So let me just stick to this for my kind of texture, I think. I feel like I should just try the dermaplaning, but I'm so scared, like, what if like it just becomes, you know, I hate things that become like an upkeep thing where you do it once and then you have to keep doing it every week or whatever. because, you know, who wants to go around with like stubble on their face, especially as a girl. Like, I'm like a low maintenance yet high maintenance makeup girl, so like those things would make me panic. Like with my brows, I'd get them threaded, but obviously I can just do the little upkeep in between by tweezing, like, you know, any like strays that grow beneath and above without the shape looking crazy until I go in for my next threading session. But I did hear the Cavari sisters, I don't know if you watch them, but they have a What My Sis Said podcast, and they both said, I think, that once they started laminating their brows, they kind of just, they don't thread them or wax them anymore. That's like one less thing to do, so that's why I did give my brows a lamination the other day. I don't know if I left on the solution a bit too long though, because over here it feels a bit raw, and I think it is actually building a scab. I left it on for about 12 minutes, but I think I'll definitely do less, like 8 minutes next time. I'm going to use the leftovers that are here on for my nose. I try and do half my face for YouTube and then half my face for like my TikTok or Reels, so it's kind of like a weird balancing thing, but I don't know, I'm trying to do. So that's why sometimes you'll see me and I'm like half of the face is already done. Well, hopefully it comes together okay. So this could be like a beach look, you know, where you just don't put on anything. Usually it would be like something like the St. Moritz, you know, tanning mousse. Put that on and then you don't have to apply makeup in the mornings. But yeah, this is like a simplified look. I definitely made the right choice with the shade 390 on my skin tone, because look, it looks really light but it is actually showing up on me. I'm gonna see how it looks when it becomes June, July, August and I get a bit more sun on me, like whether this is still gonna show up. There is some like little specks of glitter, like very tiny, but you wouldn't notice it from far. It's only like if you really zoom in or have a magnifying mirror. I feel like it's gone a bit patchy if I've been touching it too much. Let's see if I can disguise it a little. Before moving on to the HAUS LABS highlighter. That's another one that I really fell in love with when I first saw it, and I think in the US it goes out of stock quite often, so like, I don't know, it just made me want it even more. But not really. I've also, like, there was a shade from Makeup Geek that I saw, like one influencer, I can't remember her name, something Paris, and she had done it on her eyebrows, and I have been looking for that shade for ages and ages, and I think it is the one that I picked up, but we'll see. Over here I feel like it's kind of coagulating a tiny bit, and I don't know if that's because of like how that primer kind of accentuates any dry bits I had already. Let's move on to HAUS LABS Opal Fire highlighter. I do like the packaging, just like that nice clean simple look. It has like a really cute pearlescent finish on the compact. So this is HAUS LABS highlighter. Oh, I do like the pearlescent effect. And it's in the shade Opal Fire. I can feel it's got like a magnetic thing to it. Ooh, and that is it here. I haven't looked at it myself. Oh my god, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And it's that shade that I've been looking for, I feel like, for years. Yeah, so this is actually what it looks like. That kind of peachy, pinky, goldish tone. And I think as the camera adjusts, it kind of makes it look more of a deeper orange, but it's actually not. Yeah, like right there, that's true to colour. So yeah, it says Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter in the shade Fire Opal. I like that it's also weighted and nice plastic, kind of iridescent, purpley pink, kind of like a seashell. I'm gonna swatch it first. Oh, it feels quite dry. It's almost like cream to powder as well. Or powder to cream? I don't know. It's very smooth feeling and like finely milled. It almost has like a foiled eye glitter eyeshadow look. And I like the geometric like patterning. Alright, so I'm going to use the mirror from this and go in with my fingers straight away. Ooh, it's intense. I'll try and like blend it in and soften it up more. I like that you can really go for a very intense look or really like blend it out. Ooh, very pretty. feel like once everything else is like done, it will really set it off. I'm gonna use a brush like this for the lower lash line. So the glitters can kind of spread everywhere, but it won't look messy once like eyeliner, mascara is on, and then you can just obviously tidy it up with some powder. Let's see how it goes with the brush. It's so gorgeous. I feel like you can do a really nice subtle look with this, or like a really intense sultry look. Right, I'm just going to use it as a highlighter now. Okay, that's intense. I feel like this brush could maybe not be the one. Okay, let me just give it a go because they're both new products I'm testing out. Woo! Oh my gosh, that's intense, but it's so pretty. I like the pink like underglow. I'm just gonna try it with my normal like highlighter and blush brush. I feel like because it's tapered it might help a bit. Okay, I feel like it could be a bit intense doing eyeshadow and highlighter of Opal Fire, but let's just see at the end. Tiny bit here. Where else you put highlighter? I feel like this is more like a highlighter slash blush though, because it has like an intense pink peachy shade to it, so it's kind of like a 2-in-1. Remember, I don't have like my usual base underneath, and that would be like powder or powder foundation, so we're just kind of seeing how this goes on to a bare like canvas. So I actually used my pinky for this eye, and it's applying more precisely, so I like that more. And also I want to see how it does with this type of this shaped brush. Just gonna go over what I did. Yeah, this one like provides way more precision. Yeah, I feel like this one has way more control with this type of brush. Like, I should normally be using that for highlighters. I just got used to using the same brush for highlighter and blush with this one. I'd definitely say go light-handed, especially like in the summer in the sun. It could look a bit too much, so go light-handed and then build it up. And I think that's how you'll get that like stunning glow from within look. I like it a lot. I just wish they would tone down the gold a bit. It definitely has that whole burnt sun look. I don't know, this shade reminds me of sunset setting, kind of burnt sunset, sort of English rose, peachy, blossom type of vibes. It looks really pretty on the nose as well. I'll try and add a bit more. Oof. So yeah, that's what it's like from the side. Definitely has like that peachy, glowy look. The gold, I wish it would just tone down a bit. It might be my application. I feel like I could tone down the gold by applying it with a different brush. Right, so this is the complete look. I am going to keep experimenting with the cream bronzer, because right now, as I finished up my makeup, I do see like a bit of patchiness around the bottom area. That's always been a problem with me anyway with cream products. I'm going to experiment with that, and with this I know now to go in with a way lighter hand, but they're both like a really nice tone and colour, so I'm happy with the shades that I chose. Let me know what you're picking up in the Sephora sales and any recommendations you have, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye bye.